Blackstone Audio presents Kiss and Kill by Ellery Queen. This book is read by Mark Peckham. Where the hell is Liz? Chapter 1. The thing began on a cool and windy April evening in Chicago, in a basement apartment on the North Side. It began with Edward Tollman, the footsteps, and the loaf of bread. Ed was sketching a cabinet design for a combination radio phonograph at his work table when he heard the street door open faintly and the sound of footsteps growing louder as they crossed the foyer and paused outside the apartment door. He paid no attention but worked on, the cuffs of his white shirt turned back from his furry forearms. By the watch on his wrist, it was 7:05. At 7:15 he leaned back. He flexed his fingers and shook a cigarette out of the pack on his drawing board, unconsciously imitating the He-Men of the TV commercials. "How long till supper?" he called out. Liz did not answer, and he slewed about on his chair. "Liz!" All he heard now was silence. He slid off the chair, looked into the kitchen, the bathroom. They were empty. He walked back through the living room where he had been working and glanced into the bedroom. She was not there either. She was not in the apartment at all. He went back to the living room. It was sunken 3 steps down from a tiny foyer at the apartment door, and he went up the steps, opened the door, and looked into the vestibule. No one. But, leaning against the wall to the side of the apartment door, there was a paper bag. He knew what it contained before he stooped to pick it up. He could smell it. It contained a loaf of freshly baked bread, still warm. But where was Liz? Ed Tollman frowned and crossed the small vestibule to the street door and opened it and stepped outside, carrying the bread. He could see well enough in the twilight. The street was empty except for the inevitable Chicago newspapers playing tag in the wind. The wind cut through his shirt and he shivered, and returned to the apartment. In the kitchen he turned the gas off under the stew pot and set the pot over the pilot light, where it would stay warm.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?